I'm Joe from Joe's Country Junction. I'm here today to show you how to make these little coasters that fit on the bottom of your wine glass. In order to make them, you are going to need your Accuquilt Go Cutter and your 5-inch circle die. This is this 5-inch area down here. What you're going to do is you're going to take some fabric and you're going to lay it on your die on the 5-inch edge, and you're going to put your cover on the top, run it through your Go Cutter, and then you're going to take and layer a piece of fabric with batting in between it. Go take it to your machine and do some crazy quilting stitches along there until you have it quilted. You're going to put that on your 5-inch die, put your mat on top, and run that through your Go Cutter. And then what you're going to need is you're going to need that quilted piece, and you're going to need 2 circles that are not quilted of fabric. You're going to take these to your iron, you're going to fold them in half like this, and then you're going to iron them. Both of these pieces you'll do that too. So then you'll have 2 pieces like this. So you're going to layer these on top of your quilted piece, and you're going to pin here, put a couple pins in like this. Then you're going to lay the other piece that's been folded and ironed onto the other side, and you're going to pin that in place too. You're going to take this to your machine and you're going to sew around it. Now, being that my glass measures 3 inches, see, if you set it on my ruler, it measures 3 by 3. So what you're going to need to do, if that's the size of the base of your wine glass, you're going to need to use a 5/8 inch seam when you sew around it. Typically, if you're sewing quilts, you're only using a 1/4 inch seam, so this is a wider seam. So after you've sewed all the way around there, you're going to take this, you're going to take your scissors and go around and clip all the way around, cutting that so that you only have about a 1/4 inch seam all the way around it. So then it'll only end up being about this big. Then I took my scissors, I clipped all the way around like this. Then I turned it right side out like this. The next thing I did is I pressed it and got it so it was really laying nicely. Then I took it to my machine and I sewed just right around the edge here at about a 1/4 inch seam. You can see on this one just a little seam about that big around, and then you can just slide it right onto your wine glass, and there you have a cute little coaster. Now, if your wine glass is larger than 3 inches at the base, you'll have to adjust your seam allowance. So if you have like a 3.5 inch glass, then you'll just make a narrower seam allowance when you're sewing around your circle here. And so that's a quick, easy gift idea that you can make, and that comes to you from joescountryjunction.com.